Hello again. I'm still alive. You never got around to subscribing, I see. Hey, it's Victor. It's a strange, scary time. We're stuck indoors and a bit bored, and I just have to talk about this because no one else seems to be doing so. So, originally, as I understand it, Disney was planning on releasing Star Wars movies, alternating trilogy movies and one offs, in perpetuity. Now that's on ice, and they're focusing on streaming. This makes me sad, of course, because they never got around to resolving the really central storyline of the Star Wars mythos, and their lack of a coherent creative direction or outline killed that amazing potential in its crib. Alright, so at the end of Solo, a Star Wars story, the Solo Han Solo Star Wars story, there's a scene where the secret guiding hand behind the intrigue makes an appearance, and it's. This guy? And yes, I know who this guy is because Wikipedia does exist. It's De Earth Maul. He made an appearance in the original trilogy, he had a fight with Obi-Wan, and was in some of the cartoons, and he's got this cult following, like Grumpy Cat. But why him? This takes some explaining. See, Last Jedi had come out and gotten a lot of flack for all the subverting of expectations that was being fired off as though from the twin revolvers of a drunken cowboy. Now, Solo was already in production, and it had a potentially really upsetting subversion planned. See, according to rumor, a dark shadow from Obi Wan's past was set up to be pulling the strings to tease later developments in future movies. But Disney panicked and called for a bunch of reshoots, and we got Maul in this role. Who was originally going to be in this scene? Elon Sleazebagano. I know! Part of me hates that idea, but I respect it. After his fateful run in with Kenobi in that bar on Coruscant, we all expected to see Elon, former Death Stick dealer, redeemed and fighting on the side of the good guys. I'm not the only one who was disappointed to see Holdo as Leia's number two instead of an older, wiser General Sleazebagano. I assumed at the time that someone had worried that there wasn't enough female representation and got a purple haired raver girl to play the role. But no, it was just more misdirection. See, Obi-Wan used the Jedi mind trick to compel Sleazebagano to rethink his life. We all pictured him reforming after this, beginning his own hero's journey. But as his cameo at the end of Solo would have revealed, Elon in fact decided he wasn't being ambitious enough. Presumably, a later Sleazebagano movie would have detailed the Scarface like corruption and rise of Elon through a criminal syndicate, all the while exploring the unforeseen dark shadow that so many of the Jedi's benevolent actions cast across the galaxy in a film that was both gripping and philosophically nuanced. But no, the studio had their eyes glued to social media, and rather than stick to their guns, they ordered hasty reshoots and stuck some scary looking guy with a cool lightsaber in to replace Sleazebagano, to, I assume, be introduced at a later date. Well, look how that turned out. Now everybody's burnt out on Star Wars, and there's very little chance of us getting closure on this plot thread that has been dangling for around 15 years as of the time of this recording, and that's a tragedy. So, final thoughts. I didn't even see Solo or Rise of the Sky Mall. I'm just bored. I don't care about Star Wars. Bye. Hey, actual final thoughts. Times are really rough right now, especially for people who already had it rough. If you can, please spare some money or time helping people out. Food banks, other community efforts, whatever. More than ever, it's clear that we're all in this together.